Alexandria Governorate is one of the governorates of Egypt. It was previously known as the capital of Egypt, and now it is considered as the second capital after Cairo. It is located in the northern part of the country, directly on the Mediterranean Sea, making it one of the most important harbors in Egypt, along with Cairo and Giza. Alexandria is one of 3 governorates in the country that are also municipalities. The governorate capital is the city of Alexandria, the second largest city in Egypt. Alexandria Governorate lies along the Mediterranean coast and stretch for about 70 kilometers northwest of the Nile Delta. The governorate is bounded by the Mediterranean Sea in the north, El Bahera Governorate in the south and the east, and Matru Governorate in the west. The total area size of Alexandria Governorate is almost 2,818 square kilometers. It has the most important harbor in Egypt, and it is the second largest urban governorate in the country, with population more than 4.5 million and population density of 1,700 square kilometers according to the Central Agency for Public Mobilization and Statistics. Alexandria has a unique geographical location and a mild climate. It is also considered an industrial governorate where 40% of Egyptian industries are concentrated, especially chemicals, food, spinning and weaving, as well as petrol industries and fertilizers. The foundation of Alexandria. The bond between Egypt and the Hellenic Empire dates from centuries before Alexander the Great. Greek merchants and brokers were located in a village called Qom in the governorate of Bahera, and Egyptians were particularly close to the Greek community in Egypt during the entire time of the Persian occupation of the Nile Valley. When Macedonia unified the Hellenic Empire into a mighty army, Philip decided to attack the Persian Empire. But he died short of fulfilling his goal, which became the task of his successor, his son Alexander the Great, to undertake. The crushing victory of Alexander the Great over the Persians in Asia gave him control over the eastern shores of the Mediterranean Sea. As Alexander took control of all ports and harbors of the eastern Mediterranean, he reached the location of Alexandria in the autumn of 332 BC. On entering Alexandria, the Persian ruler of the city surrendered without resistance, and Alexander entered the city in triumph. Traveling further south, he reached the city of Menf, where he was given a warm welcome by the poor farmers who were euphoric at the ousting of the Persians. Alexander was ceremoniously crowned in a pharaonic ceremony as the son of Ammon, and ordered the construction of the seaside city of Alexandria, which was to bear his name forever. As Alexander the Great rides along the Mediterranean coast, a plot of land between the Mediterranean Sea and Lake Mariot catches his attention. With its unique features and intrinsic peculiarity, the spot was ideal for founding a great city of the most modern style back then. It had easy access to fresh water from the River Nile via the Canopic branch, and was hardly a mile away from a small island strategically placed right on the opposite side, allowing for the possibility of connecting them both, and creating a formidable natural front line for the city. To the south was Lake Mariot, another natural border, which further fortified the city defenses. Alexander was firmly persuaded of the importance of building a city bearing his name to immortalize his memory for good and become a port for international trading in the entire region. At the outskirts of the area to the west was the Rakitis village, which was populated with fishermen. Faithfully conceived by Alexander the Great, the idea was conveyed to Dinocrates, the Greek architect, who was appointed by Alexander the Great to the task of planning the new city. The name of Dinocrates remains closely associated with the history of Alexandria since he started planning the city's layout in 331 BC. The genius of this architect became evident as he blueprinted plans for roads, squares and districts of the city. Dinocrates was born in the island of Rhodes in the Mediterranean Sea. He had been a close advisor of Alexander the Great, and accompanied him on his expeditions to scout the area, which started from the town of Canopic Abukir to Rakoda village and the island of Pharos. to decide on the most suitable spot to build the great city of Alexandria. Dinocrates chose to use the Hippodame theme for the city, which consisted of two main roads intersecting at right angles, while other side streets were planned to be parallel to these perpendicular axes. Such a cityscape was widespread across Greek cities in the 5th century BC. Dinocrates also thought of building a bridge linking the mainland with the island, later on called Pharos, at a height of 1,300 meters. As this bridge was erected, the port was split into two parts. The main port, known as the Grand Port, on the eastern side, and the lesser port, known as Port Al-Awd al-Hamid, on the western side. Alexandria was divided into 5 quarters, bearing the first 5 letters of the Greek alphabet. Quarters included the Royal Quarter, the Jewish Quarter, bordered by Canopus Gate to the east, Cedra Gate to the west, and the long street stretching north to south intersecting with Nabi Daniel Street, bordered to the north by the Moon Gate and to the south by the Sun Gate. Geography. Location. Alexandria lays northwest of the Nile Delta and stretches along a narrow land strip between the Mediterranean Sea and Lake Marriott. The governorate extends southwards from the coast to a depth of 2 to 5 kilometers. In the area of Abu Qir to El Dekila, to about 30 kilometers. Near El Ameriya and Borg El Arab. It is linked to Cairo by 2 major highways and a railroad line. It is one of the most notable summer resorts in the Middle East, in addition to its temperate winters. Its beaches stretch for 140 kilometers along the Mediterranean Sea, from Abu Qir in the east to Sidi Kara in the west. Administrative divisions. The Governorate of Alexandria consists of 3 individual cities: Alexandria, Borg El Arab City Center, and New Borg El Arab. The city of Alexandria itself is divided into 6 districts, 3 local village units and 5 sub-village units. The 6 districts of the urban area are: 3/4 Montazar district, which include 5 villages in the Abyss region, with a total area of 81 square kilometer. 3/4 Eastern district, which includes 2 sub-districts, namely El Raml and Sidi Gaba, with a total area of 49 square kilometer. 3/4 Western district, which includes 2 sub-districts, namely Karamuz and Mina El Basel, with a total area of 30 square kilometer. 3/4 Customs district, which has the highest population density and is the smallest Alexandria district, with a total area of about 4 square kilometer and includes 4 sub-districts, namely El Manshaya, El Gomrok, El Laban and Elimana El Sharqi. 3/4 El Ameriya district, which includes 3 sub-districts, namely El Dekila, El Agami, and El Ameriya, with total area of 2,295 square kilometer for the district. Climate. The climate of the Alexandria region is one of the mildest of the Mediterranean Sea. It varies from a moderate climate in the north to arid semi-arid climate in the south. The average annual rain is 169 millimeters. Most of rain falls along the coastal area and it decreases suddenly moving southwards. The humidity in Alexandria is very high, however sea breeze keeps the moisture down to a comfortable level. Land use. The total surface area of Alexandria Governorate is 2,818 square kilometer, with different land uses, which are: 3/4 desert land, which represents about 53% of the governorate area, which is about 1,430 square kilometers and mainly lies in the western south of the city. 3/4 agricultural uses of total area of about 730 square kilometer represent about 27% of the total area of the governorate, which mainly lies in the south and southeast. 3/4 surface water area, which represents about 8% of the total area of the governorate and includes lakes, canals, drains and fishery farms, with a total area of about 210 square kilometer. 3/4 municipality and urban area, which represents the remaining part of the governorate area, including the following uses: 1. Housing buildings of about 46%. 2. Industrial buildings of about 19%. 3. Roads, railway, and marine uses of about 29%. 4. Public and recreation areas of about 3%. 5. Military buildings of about 3%. Tourism. Alexandria is known with its diverse history as it was occupied by several cultures throughout the years. Several monuments nowadays shape Alexandria's historic sites. Monuments: Bibliotheca Alexandrina, Citadel of Caibe, Greco-Roman Museum, Alexandria National Museum, Royal Jewelry Museum, Serapeum Temple, Pompey's Pillar, Roman Amphitheatre, Lighthouse of Alexandria, Gardens Al-Montaza Gardens, Al-Shalalat Gardens, Antoniadis Garden, El Nora Garden, International Park of Alexandria, consulates in Alexandria. Since Alexandria Governorate possesses a large area of Egypt's geography, and is considered the second capital and the major harbour of Egypt, it consists of several consulates that are listed below: Austria Consulate, Bangladesh Consulate, Belgium Consulate, Chile Consulate, China Consulate, Croatia Consulate, Czech Republic Consulate, Denmark Consulate, France Consulate, Germany Consulate, Greece Consulate, Guinea Consulate, Honduras Consulate, Hungary Consulate, India Consulate, Ireland Consulate, Israel Consulate, Lebanon Consulate, Libya Consulate, Malta Consulate, Mexico Consulate, Morocco Consulate, Norway Consulate, Peru Consulate, Portugal Consulate, Russia Consulate, Saudi Arabia Consulate, Senegal Consulate, South Africa Consulate, Spain Consulate, Sweden Consulate, Turkey Consulate, United Kingdom Consulate, United States of America Consulate. Education. Alexandria Governorate follows the Egyptian educational system in its public schools and universities. Most notable educational institutes: Bibliotheca Alexandrina, Alexandria University, Arab Academy for Science, Technology, and Maritime Transport, Egypt-Japan University of Science and Technology, the City of Scientific Research and Technological Applications. Sports. The Governorate of Alexandria has several sports clubs that represents the governorate, such as El Ittihad Alexandria Club, Egyptian Olympic Athletes Club, Smoa Sporting Club, Alexandria Sporting Club. Alexandria Governorate most common sport is football and holds three main stadiums, which are Borg El Arab Stadium, Alexandria Stadium, Harar El Haddad Stadium. Former governors. Alexandria Governorate has had several governors throughout the years. Below is listed the former governors since 1952 up to this 2015. Councillor: Muhammad Mustafa Kamal Dib, Mr. Mahmoud Ismail Mahana, Major Sadiq Abdul Latif, Mr. Muhammad Hamdi Ashawa, Major General Ahmed Kamal, Major Mumda Salem, Dr. Ahmed Fawma Hayadin, Professor Abdul Munaim Waib, Major General Ahmed Abdel Tawab HDAIB, Professor Muhammad Fawah Hilmi, Professor Nareem Mustafa Abu Talib, Mr. Muhammad Saeed Al-Mahi, Major General Muhammad Fawzi Mars, Councillor Ismail El-Ghauzaki, Major General Muhammad Abdul Salam Margoob, General Adel Labib, Dr. Essam Salem, Dr. Osama Foley, Councillor Muhammad Attar Abbas, Councillor Ma Muhammad Zahir Baybars, General Tariq Mahdi. Transportation. Ports: Alexandria Port, Al-Dekila Port, Abu Qiyat Port, Eastern Port. Railroads: Alexandria Tram, Alexandria Railways. Airports: Alexandria Governorate has two international airports: Borg El Arab Airport, El Noura Airport. Telephone services. Governorate telephone code national 03, international +203. List of important telephone services in the Governorate: Rescue Police, 122 03 426 4773. Ambulance. 123. Civil Defense and Fire Department. 180 033 934 207 033 934 206. Telephone failures. 111 to 188. Electricity failures. 129. Gas emergency. 127. Electricity queries. 121. Facilities Police. 034244322. Traffic Police. 033612621. Human Rights Office. 034247715. Government Emergency. 114. Telephone Guide. 140, 141, 140 seconds. International Guide. 144. Borg El Arab Airport. 034559671, 034591487, 034591486. Taxi. 19559, 080099999999.